In the summer when he was 18, Cheng Shi received a call from his white moonlight, asking him to go and confess his love. Holding a bouquet of roses, he arrived at the scene, only to find out that it was just a prank from a game of truth or dare. Cheng Shi felt that his youth was shattered on that very day. In the winter when he was 36, an accident took Cheng Shi's life. Looking back on the 7 years he had wasted on his white moonlight, he still couldn't let it go. However, he was reincarnated and went back to that summer when he was 18. In this lifetime, he decided not to be a bootlicker anymore. He regained himself and then encountered a precious girl who was worth cherishing for a lifetime. But just when their relationship was getting better and better, the white moonlight came chasing after him again. Xiao Cheng, why are you ignoring me? Chapter 6, She's beautiful, you're funny. Cheng Yi ate heartily, smacking his lips noisily, with oil all around his mouth. You the beauty also ate happily, taking one bite after another. Her rosy lips were slightly smeared with oil, shining brightly. However, she didn't eat slowly either. The food in the school cafeteria was mostly oily and salty, and in Sichuan, it also tended to be spicy. The food cooked by UK Wei's nanny at home was delicate and light. Eating it occasionally, on the contrary, made people lose their appetite easily. As for Huang Wei, he just needed to tread carefully. His butt twisted around on the bench uncontrollably. What the hell, the person sitting next to him wasn't just an ordinary girl, but the school belle, you the great beauty. He couldn't be as nonchalant as Cheng Yi. Brother Huang wasn't very sensitive, but no matter how careless he was, he had gradually noticed these days that after the May 1st long holiday, Xiao Cheng seemed different from before. Although Xiao Cheng used to be a bit of a rascal, he would also be reserved and nervous in front of beautiful girls. It was just that he wasn't as obvious as Huang Wei. Now, even facing you the school belle's top-notch beauty, Huang Wei could feel a sense of calmness emanating from Cheng Yi from the bottom of his bones. Cheng Yi noticed UK Wei's uneasiness and Huang Wei's discomfort. He took the initiative to start a conversation. Talking about his IQ, with just one sentence, the tense atmosphere began to ease. UK Wei glanced at Huang Wei and asked Cheng Yi, are you two, also good friends? Cheng Yi nodded and cheerfully introduced to UK Wei, this is my brother Huang. We've known each other since we were in our mother's womb. The both of our friendship has withstood many storms. He can be there for me through thick and thin and would go through fire and water for me. Brother Huang's face twitched. So, you're the one doing all the going through thick and thin and going through fire and water. Do you want me to jump into a pan of boiling oil for you? And the boat of our friendship has withstood many storms. Bullshit, it might as well capsize at any time. UK Wei smiled charmingly. She just thought Cheng Yi was really amazing. He had a mouth and could say a lot of things in one go, and all of them were interesting. Brother Huang was so depressed that he decided to get back at Cheng Yi. He aimed at the chicken wing on Cheng Yi's plate, picked it up with his chopsticks, and stuffed it into his mouth, gobbling it up. Damn you! Cheng Yi was really angry. He usually liked eating chicken wings, okay? Besides, he still had one on his plate. UK Wei saw it, and her narrow phoenix eyes suddenly lit up, like morning stars. Cheng Yi was her friend. She had no experience in dealing with friends. She needed to relearn how to get along with friends. As a girl, she had an extraordinary learning talent, and she had already built a logical chain in her head. 1. Cheng Yi and Huang Wei were good friends. 2. She and Cheng Yi were also good friends. 3. Huang Wei snatched Cheng Yi's chicken wing. 4. In conclusion, she should also snatch it. Watch me. There was a glimmer of eagerness in UK Wei's beautiful pupils. Taking advantage of Cheng Yi's inattention, she aimed and finally took action. She picked up the remaining chicken wing with her chopsticks and, like Huang Wei, quickly stuffed it into her rosy mouth. This scene made both Cheng Yi and Huang Wei's eyes widen. Is there a problem? After taking a bite, UK Wei put the chicken wing on her own plate, looking confused and cute. Cheng Yi had a strange expression. You think there's no problem? Aren't good friends supposed to be like this? UK Wei analyzed seriously. You and he are good friends, and I and you are also good friends. He snatched your chicken wing, so I should also snatch it. After saying that, she picked up the chicken wing again and took a big bite. Her mouth became even more oily. She didn't know why, but she thought the chicken wing snatched from Cheng Yi's plate was just more delicious. The corner of Cheng Yi's mouth twitched. He thought this little girl had quite strong logical thinking. She should learn programming in the future. It would be great. She had stepped on the dividends of the times in advance. He finally understood. The rumor that UK Wei was cold and aloof was completely unfounded. She was essentially a bit of a simpleton. Especially when it came to worldly wisdom, she was definitely a blank slate. Cheng Yi raised his eyebrows. Well, There's actually no problem, but, in the future, except for me, you're not allowed to snatch other people's food to eat. Why? There's no why. Anyway, it's just not allowed. Otherwise, the boat of our friendship will capsize. Cheng Yi put on his former bossy style. Okay. UK Wei nodded. She thought that except for Cheng Yi, she wouldn't snatch other people's food to eat in the future, even if she had other friends in the future. As for why, it was probably because other people weren't Cheng Yi. After finishing eating and carefully washing the plates clean, the three of them came out of the cafeteria. Along the way, they received a lot of stares. As expected, Cheng Yi was going to be in the spotlight this time. The fact that Yu the Great Beauty actually came to the cafeteria to have a meal with a boy was definitely a huge piece of news. As for Huang Wei, the audience wasn't stupid either. They all regarded him as someone dispensable. After all, throughout the whole meal, Yu the Great Beauty's eyes were all on Cheng Yi. The audience was curious about how Cheng Yi got acquainted with Yu the Great Beauty, and Huang Wei, as a participant, also looked very strange. Out of the cafeteria door, he put his hand on Cheng Yi's shoulder and walked a few steps quickly. Then he lowered his voice. Xiao Cheng, how on earth did you and Yu the school belle get to know each other? Well, I'll tell you later. Okay. Huang Wei removed his hand from Cheng Yi's shoulder. Cheng Yi turned around and looked at UK Wei following behind. He saw that Yu the Great Beauty actually raised her arm, making a motion to put it on Cheng Yi's shoulder. Cheng Yi was startled. UK Wei, what are you doing? Having a meal with UK Wei would cause a stir in public opinion, but after all, it was just a meal, and it could be muddled through at any time. If UK Wei had physical contact with him, he would never be able to clear his name even if he jumped into the Yellow River. UK Wei was definitely a candidate for Tsinghua and Peking University. There was still some time before the college entrance examination. If she got involved in a love scandal, the school would definitely intervene. Most likely, the result would be that Cheng Yi would be persuaded to leave and go home to review. UK Wei explained. Huang Wei put his hand on your shoulder, so I want to do it too. Cheng Yi quickly shook his head. This is absolutely not allowed. UK Wei looked aggrieved. Why? Well, this. Cheng Yi scratched the back of his head. He thought that explaining to this little girl about the inappropriateness of physical contact between men and women was like casting pearls before swine. She probably didn't understand anything about the world. UK Wei was well protected at home. In this regard, she was definitely a blank slate. Uncle Cheng decisively changed to a way of thinking that UK Wei could understand. Brother Huang and I have a relationship that was established since we were in our mother's womb. He can be there for me through thick and thin and go through fire and water for me. He can put his hand on my shoulder. Can you do that? After careful consideration, UK Wei firmly shook her head. Well, I'm very afraid of pain. So, Cheng Yi slightly emphasized his tone. Put your hand down. Okay. UK Wei obediently put down her arm. Walking through the long corridor, the three of them found a pavilion and sat around a stone table. They chatted and digested their food by the way. Huang Wei was very sensible and knew to sit opposite Cheng Yi and UK Wei. He was surprised to find that these two people actually looked quite well matched. In terms of appearance, Cheng Yi definitely wasn't worthy of carrying Yu the Great Beauty's shoes. Xiao Cheng was just kind of handsome, while Yu the school belle's beauty was top-notch. However, the temperament emanating from Xiao Cheng from the bottom of his bones also well made up for the gap in appearance. Although Brother Huang couldn't figure it out either, where did Xiao Cheng, this bastard, get his temperament from? He asked curiously. Xiao Cheng, can you tell me now? How did you and Yu the school belle get to know each other? Well, this. Cheng Yi started to tell the story, but stopped abruptly at the crucial point. And then it's the paid content. Brother Huang, please recharge. In the end, it was UK Wei who told the story roughly from her perspective. Yu the Great Beauty just didn't like to talk. Her language organization ability was no problem, and she was even more organized than many people. Just because of a misunderstanding. Huang Wei felt like he was watching a Korean drama and was a bit addicted. Cheng Yi also curled his lips. UK Wei, you didn't mention the key point. The key point is still that I'm good looking. Huang Wei rolled his eyes. Xiao Cheng, it's okay if you show off your looks in front of me, but you're also showing off in front of Yu the school belle. Brother Huang, let me tell you something. You know, I went to the provincial capital some time ago. I happened to meet Nicholas Tse's autograph session at Chengxi Road. When I just walked over, he actually took the initiative to talk to me. Guess what he said? Well, what did he say? Daniel, you're here too. Cheng Yi had a serious expression. Huang Wei's cheek twitched. UK Wei covered her mouth and laughed. After laughing for a while, she asked a question. Cheng Yi, do you have any standards for making friends? Of course, Cheng Yi nodded, at least they should be good looking. Then he looked at UK Wei. Like you're good looking. Then he glanced at Huang Wei. Like my brother Huang. Huang Wei felt good. Xiao Cheng, after so many years, have you finally admitted my good looks? Wait until I finish. Cheng Yi rolled his eyes. UK Wei is good looking, and you're funny looking. Pegasus Meteor Fist. Brother Wang's anger level was maxed out. He raised his fist as big as a casserole and started chasing and beating Cheng Yi. UK Wei watched the two people playing around. Her phoenix eyes narrowed into crescent moons, and she also quietly clenched her little fist. For more exciting content, please listen to the next episode.